Hi, welcome everyone. Today's class, basically we just need to show up on our mat, and we want you just to be with wherever and whatever you're feeling. So in your mind, your thoughts, your emotions, your breath and your body, and just accepting wherever it is that you're at the moment, and working through our class with that in mind. So all of our poses and breathing exercises will support you in showing up, and through that you'll learn to tune into yourself and will get a clearer sense of what will serve you best in moment to moment through this class. So what we're going to need is a strap. If you haven't got a strap, a belt or a scarf will do. You might want a block. If you've got a block, that's great. Otherwise, a sturdy box or DVD set or something will suffice. And you also might want a blanket and a pillow. We're going to do a nice long yoga nidra at the end of this class, and you might want to get nice and cozy for that. So get yourself comfortable and get all your props that you need, and come into a comfortable sitting position with me, whether that's cross-legged, legs out in front, sitting on your heels, whatever works for you. Alright, and so let's just start taking the left arm out to the side. Inhale up with your right. Let's take that the opposite way. Your left hand out. Mirror me anyway. I can't think of what's left and right. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale over. And release, and put that left hand down, right arm up. Find your length. And exhale over. And back to center. Interlace the fingers. We'll work through the shoulders a bit here. Inhale up to the chest. Exhale, palms out to measure round the back, chin to the chest. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, hands back to the knees. Breathe in, lengthen the spine. Breathe out, round the back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And back up to center. Once more, interlace the fingers. Inhale up to the chest. Exhale, push out. Inhale up. Exhale. Hands behind as we inhale, open the chest. And exhale, hands back to the knees. Alright. I want you to take both legs out to the front. And I want you to cross your left leg over your right. Flex the foot of the extended leg. Place this hand behind, and your right hand is gently pulling that leg in. Let's inhale, lengthen. And as we exhale, just a really gentle opening, not too strong. Breathing in, lengthen the spine. Breathing out, just noticing that bit of space you're creating in the body. One more breath. And release. Both legs out. Okay, so right leg up and over. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, open out. One more breath. Yeah, release. Take the hands back and just take both legs over to one side. So both feet off to one side. Take your right hand and spread the fingers so it's sort of in line with your right hip here. Take this left arm and bring it across. Lift up onto the knees if that feels okay for you. Push the hips towards me. Feel that stretch through the side body. Take a couple of breaths there. Now let's bring that arm back down. So working through the shoulder as well. Let's inhale up. Yeah, and come down. Let's do one more. Inhale. If it doesn't suit you to raise up, you can just wait here. And release. Take the hands back. Let's swap sides. Left hand out in line with the hip. Bring the arm across. Either stay here or lift up. Inhale. Keep breathing into that space you're creating above the right hip. And let's come down. Inhale. And let's come back down. One more. Coming onto your mat, legs out in front, I'm going to slowly lower down all the way to the floor. And when you're comfortable on the floor, bring the ankles up underneath the knees. Place your left ankle on your right knee. I'm going to reach behind that right thigh. You can use a strap if that's too much of a reach for you. Flex both feet. Let's inhale, straighten the right leg up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Hold it there and rotate that ankle around in one direction. And back in the opposite direction. Back to center and release down. Right ankle to left knee. Reach behind, hands or strap. Inhaler. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale up. Hold. And rotate ankle one direction. And back in the opposite direction. Yeah, and back to center. And release down. Both feet to the floor. Draw the knees into the chest. One hand on each knee and just rotate the knees around in a circular motion in one direction. And back in the opposite direction. Back to center and take the feet down. Take the feet wide, so about as wide as your mat, arms out to the sides. Let's inhale. Drop both knees down to the right hand side. Back to center, inhale. And down to the other side. Back up to center, knees back over to the right, and just roll yourself over and pick yourself up through into table position. So from table, toes are tucked. Let's inhale, draw the chest forward, don't make that arch too deep. And as we exhale, round the back, breathe out. A couple more rounds at your own pace. And coming back to center. Take the hands out about a hand width. I'm going to slowly lower down to the floor. If this is too strong for you, you can come down onto your forearms first. Otherwise, we're coming forward, wrap the elbows in, and coming all the way down. Coming to Sphinx pose, so bringing those elbows up underneath the shoulders. Maybe if that feels okay for you, gently pushing the feet into the floor. And breathing right down to the belly as you feel that gentle stretch through the back. Three more breaths here. The elbows out to the sides, hands under the shoulders. Push yourself all the way back. Take the knees wide, big toes touching, and coming back into wide-legged child's pose. And try to raise the head and walk the hands out the side of that right knee. Breathe in and lower down. Away to the other side. Use the head, walking back through center, coming back up through table position. Tuck the toes again. We'll turn around to face you now. Because as we're in table, we're going to push the right side of the body out. So you're really pushing that rib cage out. You're drawing that shoulder forward and looking back to the opposite side. Come back through center and push the other side out. So it's the rib cage you're trying to push out, so the hip goes back and the shoulder comes forward. You're creating length through that side of the body. And coming back through to center position. Let's come up onto the knees. And just bring the hands to the lower back as we inhale, lengthen through the front of the body, lifting up and just gently opening that chest. So a really gentle back bend here. And release. Hands to hips. Let's take that right foot forward. And so we're in this gentle lunge here. I want you to just walk that foot forward. Bring the knee so it's stacked over the ankle there. And we'll just bring the hands down to the floor and let's just hold this pose here. If you've got any more space to take that back knee back, do so. We're just getting to a spot where that stretch feels good for you. Couple more breaths. Yeah, let's release. Just coming back. Just step that foot back. Come up onto the hands to hips. Step the left leg forward. Foot in front of ankle. And then come forward so the knees stacked. Bring the hands down and just feel into that stretch. So mainly you'll be feeling the front of that hip flexor there. Breathe into it. Just allowing yourself to be with whatever your thoughts are, whatever your emotions are, wherever you're at today. And we'll release, gently walking back out of the pose. Good work. So we're going to come into a little squat here. If your knees don't like squats, I'd just rather you do a couple of cat-cows here. But otherwise, I want you to bring the balls at the feet and heels together with the toes tucked. This is really good for flexibility of the toes. It might be that you just want to stay here. It might be that you can lift up but leave the hands on the floor. Or it might be you can find your balance. So I want you to really focus your gaze, your drishti on one thing and hold. Now let's release back down. I'm going to come up and hold a downward dog. So you can just hold it as long as you're comfortable with. If it's too much, you come back down into child's pose. So let's start in table. Toes are tucked, knees hip width apart. Take the hands slightly forward, fingers are spread. Lift the knees and take the sit bones back. Keep a nice bend in the knees and the heels up off the floor so you can find that length through the back that we're after. Just holding it here just for a few breaths. Push the floor away with the hands. I want you to come up onto the toes, drop the knees to the floor, take the hands further forward and slowly lower down to the floor, all the way down. Good. And just take the hands out to the sides, up onto the fingertips. The hands are off the mat, forward on the floor. We're going to roll through a few cobras. Draw the chin into the chest. And raise the head up. So we inhale just to the height that suits you. It might be here. And exhale forward to floor. Inhale up. A bit higher if it suits or not. Exhale. Inhale up. We'll hold for a couple of breaths. And lower back down. I want you to bend your right leg and see if you can reach back to the ankle. If not, maybe grab your strap and just allow the left hand to rest under the forehead as you draw that heel in towards the buttocks. Should be feeling a nice stretch through that right thigh. Release and swap sides. And release. I'm going to push back into a classic child's pose. So pushing back up. You can have the knees together or slightly apart. And the arms come back beside the body. Forward rest on the floor. Options are, if that's a bit of a stretch for you, you can stack the fists, or you can even be up further like this. Okay. And raise the head, coming forward. I'm going to come to sit with the legs out in front. So just arranging yourself like that. All right, we're going to bend this right leg and bring the sole of the foot in towards the body. If your hip feels a bit vulnerable there, you can always grab a block and place the block under that leg just to keep it nice and supported. Hands either side of this extended leg. Let's breathe in. And exhale. Just slowly lower over that extended leg. It doesn't matter if there's no movement forward at all. As long as you can feel a stretch and you're engaged with the breath. Two more breaths. And release, coming up, and swap sides. Inhale. And exhale, lower down. Let's release. Coming up, I want you to come and sit in a comfortable sitting position. We're going to practice a pranayama called alternate nostril breathing. So if you want to put something warmer on, I'm going to. Just give me one sec. Keeping yourself as warm as possible. So we're going to start. So if you're right-handed, use your right hand. If you're left, use your left. Index and middle finger come to the eyebrow centre. We end up with these two fingers as our nostril blockers. Okay, so just place the two fingers, index and middle, at the eyebrow centre. We'll all take a breath in and breath out to start. I'll walk you through this whole exercise. Let's breathe in. And breathe out. Block the right nostril, inhale through the left. Block the left nostril, exhale through the right. Inhale right. Block right, exhale left. Inhale left. Block left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Block right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Block left, exhale right. Inhale right. Block right. Exhale left. Last round. Inhale left. Block left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Block right. And exhale left. Keep the eyes closed. Release hand down. And opening the eyes. All right. I want you to come down lying on your back. You will need everything pretty much in reaching distance. So your block, your strap, and your pillow and blanket for yoga nidra. So when you're ready and you've got all your stuff, slowly lower yourself all the way down to the floor. Grabbing your strap and taking it over the sole with the right foot and extending that leg up. We're just going to keep that left leg bent as we just gently draw that right leg in towards the body until you engage the stretch, and then connect to the breath. Yeah, let's release, swap sides, just take the left foot up and swap the feet over. Gently draw the leg back towards the body, feel the stretch, breathe with it. Let's release. Take the strap off to the side and grab your block, and we're going to place it under the sacrum so it comes underneath the sort of the tailbone, not the spine at all. It's just sitting on that sacrum, that bony bit at the lower back. Now you can stay there with the legs bent. Some people are comfortable to stretch the legs out. It's up to you whether you want to stay there, which position you might like the legs bent, and take that block up another level. Just play with what feels good for you. And just settle into the breath here. Couple more breaths. And let's lift the hips and we'll slide the block out, roll the spine back to the floor, draw the knees to the chest, and just once again rotating those knees around in a circular motion. And back in the opposite direction. And back to center. Take the feet down, arms out to the sides. Take the feet as wide as your mat, breathing in at center. And both knees down to the right hand side. Some of you might feel comfortable bringing that foot up to the outside of the knee. Doesn't always suit everyone, so just see how it feels. If you can, it sometimes accentuates that stretch up above the hip and through the thigh. Yeah. Release the foot back through center, breathe in, and exhale down to the other side. Foot to the outside if it suits. Let's release. Coming back to center, once more, knees to chest. And I just want you to draw the head up towards the knees and make yourself a nice little ball. And releasing down. And making your way into your most comfortable Shavasana position, grabbing your pillow and your blanket. And just taking a moment to make yourself as comfortable as possible. So once you've found your comfortable Shavasana position, closing the eyes and mouth, just letting the head rest heavy. Just notice if you're holding any expression at all on the face, let it release, let the forehead soften. Feel that your head, neck and spine are in alignment. Your body stretched out, the feet apart, the palms of the hands turned upwards or inwards. You might like to draw the shoulder blades down a little. You should feel the shoulders drop and the chest open a little more. Tuck the tailbone under and feel the sacrum flatten into the earth. Making all the necessary adjustments to make yourself as comfortable as possible. Take a deep breath. And as you breathe in, feel the coolness of the nostrils. And as you breathe out, release and feel the warmth on the upper lip. Making yourself physically calm and steady. Feel that the legs are relaxed, the torso, the head, the arms and hands. Relax your whole body mentally. Relax yourself by breathing normally and becoming aware of the breath as it moves between the navel and the throat. Awareness of the natural breath, no forcing. Bring your awareness to the body now as we prepare for body rotation. Awareness starting with the right hand thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, small finger, palm of the right hand, back of the hand, right wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, right shoulder, right side of the chest, waist, hip, upper leg, knee, lower leg, ankle, heel of the right foot, top of the foot, sole of the right foot, all of the right toes, the whole right foot, the whole right leg, the whole right arm, the whole right side of the body, whole right side of the body. Awareness to the left side of the body, starting with the left hand thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, small finger, palm of the left hand, back of the hand, left wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, left shoulder, left side of the chest, waist, hip, upper leg, knee, lower leg, ankle, heel of the left foot, top of the foot, sole of the left foot, all of the left toes, whole left foot, whole left leg, whole left arm, whole left side of the body, whole left side of the body. Awareness to the back, starting with the back of the head, back of the neck, upper back, shoulder blades, space between the shoulder blades, middle back, lower back, sacrum, hips and buttocks, back of the upper legs, back of the knees, calf muscles, heels, soles of the feet, toes, top of the feet, ankles, shins, knees, top of the upper legs, hips, lower belly, upper belly, the whole of the rib cage, left side of the chest, right side of the chest, center of the chest, collarbones, the pit of the throat, the neck, chin and jaw, temples, forehead, eyebrows, eyebrow center, the eyes, the upper lids, the lower lids, bridge of the nose, tip of the nose, the nostrils, upper lip, lower lip, the space where the lips meet, and the tongue. I'm now going to name a few objects, and I want you to imagine them as best you can. Lush green fields, lush green fields, a forest of eucalyptus trees, a forest of eucalyptus trees, the sound of water running, the sound of water running, the smell of a campfire, smell of a campfire, the feeling of the sun warming your face, the sun warming your face, palm trees moving in the wind, palm trees moving in the wind, and now coming back to your breath, just noticing the belly rising as you breathe in and falling as you breathe out. rising and belly falling. See if you can notice that movement in the chest area as well. Chest expanding as you breathe in and condensing as you breathe out. I want you to bring your awareness to sounds now. Sounds inside the room you're in. Just moving your hearing around in a 360 arc. Bringing your awareness back to the room you're in, keeping the eyes closed. Awareness of the position of your body in relation to the room. The ceiling, the windows, the doors. Start to deepen your breath a little, so apply the Ujjayi breathing and hear the breath, hear the ocean sound in the breath. This is the breath in. This is the breath out. This is the breath in. And this is the breath out. As you're ready, I want you to start to bring a little movement back into the body. Fingers and toes. Maybe moving the ankles and the wrists. Maybe you'd like to move the head gently from one side to the other. Just slowly starting to wake the body up. You might feel like stretching your arms above, maybe drawing the knees in towards the chest, starting to make some bigger movements as we wake the body up. And when you feel ready, you can roll onto your side, onto your right side if possible. And slowly make your way up to a sitting position. And if you like, you can join me for 3 rounds of mantra Om, or maybe you just prefer to listen. Hands in prayer, thumbs at heart center. Let's all take a breath in. Oh. Thumbs up to the eyebrow centre. Repeat after me. Namaste. Thanks everyone. I hope you enjoyed the class and I hope to see you next week. Namaste.